Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second game of week number 4. We've had a back-to-back. We just had the Cyclones Bolts game happen, and now we will be starting with the Benthic Division matchups. The Pelagic Division's all done. We've just got 3 more Benthic Division matchups to go. And we will be having the Surge taking on the Fangs. We've got a lot to talk about between these two teams, so I'm going to try to keep it brief here. We had to start pretty frantically, so give me 1 sec to actually get the screenshot of the right matchup. Take 2 seconds, and bang. So, the Surge sitting at 2-1 right now. They've had a lot of things change for their team, but they're still at a good record right now. They're averaging 4 goals a game, 16 goal differential, looking like a real strong team. But then you flip to the other side. The Fangs sitting at 0-3. They are struggling to find their game right now. They're sitting at -10. They're on their defensive end 71% of the time, which is a ridiculous stat. But yeah, I think the Fangs, they've got a lot happening. I think this could be a very quick series. I hope it isn't. I want to see a good series here, but I think this potentially could be very quick. So for the Surge, they still don't. Green Speed, if you don't know, is done for the season, most likely, but he is still around to watch his Surge team go. Shadow will be the first rounder for that team. Dylan got traded from the Orcas to the Surge. He looked pretty good last week. He's going to try to carry that momentum. And then Sokolbot returns once again after facing the Reef last week in a 2v2. He looked solid as well and earned his spot in the starting lineup. Then to flip to the Fang side, only one of their starters is here, Toxic. The other two, Lion and then a very last second change. NVM is not able to play, so Pugcat will be making his league debut as well. Stats-wise, there's not a whole lot to talk about here. I mean, Shadow kind of got stat boosted with the 2v2, but still, in a 2v2 matchup, averaging 875 points is pretty ridiculous. So, I'm just really excited to see these players play, and I'm ready to go. So, we will be getting to the pregame interviews. We will be starting with the Surge, who will be taking that interview. Drumroll, please. Dylan. Dylan will be taking the interview for the Surge. Hey, Dylan. How's it going? Dylan, you're? If you're trying to talk, you're muted. I see you trying. Alright, we'll give him some time.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Dylan. Okay, so last week you guys did pretty good. You swept the Reef in a 2v2. I feel like all of you played really solid, but now this is your first chance to play as a team of 3. How do you feel going in the match?
I feel like we could hopefully win this game. I'm playing pretty good. I don't know about my teammates though.
Alright. I mean, you're facing a team pretty much full of subs right now. You guys have the clear advantage here. So I'm curious to see how you guys fare against a team like that. Only question I really got, we're going to try to move this one along since we already started late. What's your prediction for the match tonight? How do you think it's going to go?
Since you're telling me they're full of subs, hopefully we take the win.
Alright. Any final things you want to say before I let you go?
That's it.
Alright. Well, I'll bring you back down there. The lobby info should be up soon. Good luck. Have some fun.
Night.
Okay, and we will be getting to the Fangs interviews, who their only player who's actually in their starting roster, Toxic, will be taking the interview. Hey, Toxic. How's it going?
What's up? How we doing?
Good. So your team's a little all over the place right now. No
Yeah,
A-Rocks
yeah.
again. NVM can't make it. So you've got Lion and Pugcat. Have you been able to get some time with them for the match?
Yes, actually. They we're overall as a team, we got a little bit of work on the chemistry, but overall we're pretty solid. They're pretty solid players, so I'm trusting them.
Okay. Well, you're going up against a Surge team that they just swept the Reef last week in a 2v2. They look like a pretty solid team, and you also are without a round 1 player. So how are you going to try to work around that?
Honestly, just do the best we can. That's really all I can say. Just playing good, communicating, chemistry. That's all that matters.
And what is your prediction for the match tonight? How do you think it's going to go?
Predictions? Honestly, I don't know how the Surge plays. I don't know their players, but I'm going to be humble. I'm going to say we're just going to give you a good series today.
I love to hear that. Any final things you want to say before I let you go?
Good luck to everybody.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to drag you back there. The lobby info should be up soon. Good luck. Have some fun.
All right, thank you.
Okay. That is the pregame interviews done. We're going to probably just hop right into the match. I'm going to get the players in the lobby, and we will be starting shortly. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Once again, another quick join from these teams. My prediction, I think if I'm right, I had the Surge winning. I do think this could be a sweep. I hope it isn't. I want to be proven wrong, but I do think either way, I do think the Surge are going to take this win. But let's see if the Fangs prove us wrong. They still are yet to win their first series. So, let's see if they can get it here tonight. Shadow wins kickoff to the corner. That bounces mid. Lion's able to clear. Here's Shadow shot off the post. Is there a follow-up? There is, but it's saved by Pugcat. Shadow, two-zone to the corner of the Fangs. Toxic trying to clear it out. He takes the space. Leaves it for Pugcat. It's 50'd out by Lith. Shadow, sorry. Lion with wins the 50. Pugcat with the flick pass one that gets demoed by Soklabot. Dylan off the backboard. That's cleared out by Lion. Soklabot moves it downfield. Lion trying to pass it back to one of his teammates back. Toxic with the 50 out for the moment. Here's Dylan with an open net, and he scores first. The Surge with the first goal of the series. At 4:24 left here in game 1. Dylan just found the open space and took advantage of it. Hit it off the ground straight up. And the Fangs try to respond early. Pugcat ties kickoff. Lion wins the second ball. Off the corner mid. Here's Lion off the backboard to Toxic. The shot. Quick response from the Fangs. And they tie the game at 1. What a pass from Lion. He just hits it off the backboard, finding Toxic, who pops it over Shadow. 4:17 left. Toxic loses kickoff to Soklabot off the corner in the Fang zone. Pugcat double commit from Lion, but they pinch it out. Dylan keeps it alive. Pugcat off the right wall. Sokolbot will win the challenge. Toxic jumps early. The shot is saved by Toxic. Lion with the follow-up. Stolen by Dylan. Tries to pass in mid. Shadow can't get the read. Puckcat can't either. Toxic can't either. Everyone's starting to miss here in game 1. Dylan trying to pass in mid. Pops it past 1 off the ceiling down. Sokolbot trying to stay on it. Sokolbot gets bumped out of the air. I just realized it's not a prediction yet. I'm going to make the prediction real quick. It's probably a good idea to make that. Lion for Shadow. Puckcat off the backboard. Trying to pass in mid to Toxic. The shot misses wide. Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm not finding it. If there's any mods in the stream, do you guys mind making the prediction for me? I just can't do it right now. Toxic off the backboard, trying to pass it mid to Puckcat. The shot misses. Rebound Lion, that's 50'd out. Lion can't take his space. Dylan tries to win a 50 on Puckcat. Lion's back to make the save. Off the left wall. Lion. It's 50'd out off the right wall. It's cleared out by Lion. Or Puckcat, sorry. Toxic. Popping it to himself. Sokolbot with the steal. Puckcat gets a catch to the own right wall. Puckcat taking it to the other side. Dylan moves the 50. Moves it back into the Fang zone. Dylan trying to pass it mid. Lion with the block. Shadow pops it straight up. It's cleared out by Lion. Here's Sokolbot trying to make the save. He can't. And the Fangs are up 1 with 2:25 left. Just a weird pinch by Lion. Sokolbot just can't get back in time. He almost hits it off the post, but it just rolls in. 2:25 left. Puckcat wins kickoff. Off the left wall, Toxic off the backboard. Trying to get a double. Good demo on Dylan, but it is cleared out. Lion off the ceiling down. Sokolbot trying to pass in mid. Puckcat is able to clear for the moment. Toxic stays on. Trying to take his space. Toxic with the pinch past Shadow. Dylan gets back. Dylan getting a sidewall read. Gets it past 2. It's just Lion back. Dylan gets a demo on him. The pass mid to Shadow. What a smart play there from Dylan. And the Surge tie the game. Dylan gets 2 demos. 1 on Lion, 1 on Toxic, and leaves an open net for Shadow. Minute 58 left. Drama's starting to build here in game 1. Very tight series so far. Toxic trying to take his space, passing it back to Puckcat, stolen by Shadow. Slowly rolls towards the net. Unfortunate play there from Toxic as the Surge take the lead back. Shadow just takes advantage of a tough mistake there from Toxic. Nothing more the other Fangs players could do about it. Minute 51 left. Tie up on kickoff. Second ball goes in favor of Puckcat. He tries to pass mid to Lion. Off the backboard. Anyone up for the Surge? No. Lion with the catch. Trying to get it past Sokolbot, the last man back. Sokolbot gets bumped. The shot. Shadow own goals. Both teams struggling to make an impact here as we have a tie game once again. Lion gets a good bump there on Sokolbot, and Shadow just was out of position. Just doesn't get the right read on it. Minute 36 left. Shadow wins kickoff clean to the corner. Here's Shadow. The shot is blocked. Trying to pass in mid. Toxic with the catch. Dylan off the backboard to Lion. That's cleared out for the moment. Dylan tries to pop it to the right wall. Here's Shadow. Leaving it for Dylan. Toxic. Hits it right to Sokolbot. Off the backboard. No. Double tap by Sokolbot. He hits it off of one of the Fangs players in. Just chaos in this first game 1. No one really wants to win. Sokolbot hits it right into Puckcat and he own goals. Minute 14 left. Hits to the left wall. Puckcat leaves it for Lion. Hitting it to the left corner. Lion with the pass mid. No one there. Cleared out by Dylan. Stolen by Toxic off the right wall. Sokolbot hits it to Dylan. Dylan shot saved by Lion. 1 minute left. The Fangs need 1. Dylan able to reset to the corner. Dylan pops it to himself. He gets bumped out of the air. Lion Hits it off the left wall to himself. Gets another touch pass. Dylan gets bumped away. Cleared out by Soklobot. Pugcat gets bumped by Toxic. Miscommunication there from the Fangs. Lion gets a demo on Shadow. Toxic trying to get a fake. He does get a 50. Here's Pugcat popping it straight up. Soklobot's up the challenge. He clears it to the corner. 30 seconds left. The Fangs got to push. Toxic passes it mid to Pugcat, and they tie the game with 22 seconds left. A slow rolling pass by Toxic is just enough where Dylan and Shadow were out of position, and the Pugcat hits it in between them. 22 seconds left. The tension starts to build in game one. Who will get the clutch goal to solidify game one for either the Fangs or the Surge? Dylan able to clear it out. Pugcat with the catch to the corner. Shadow with 10 seconds left. Pass mid, nothing there. 5 seconds. Toxic as it's stolen by Dylan. The pass mid to Soklobot. Saved by Lion. And we're going to overtime. What an unbelievable save to keep the Fangs in it. Dylan wins kickoff. Soklobot off the right wall. Let's pass mid to Dylan. Dylan off the left wall, trying to get a redirect. Does though. Here's Dylan. Trying to get a pass mid. Backflips. Cleared out by Pugcat. Shadow with the 50. Lion's able to clear for the moment. Dylan with the catch. Dylan trying to take his space. Has Soklobot to his left. He gets it to him, and it's cleared out by Pugcat. Shadow keeps it alive. Lion off his own corner. That goes to Dylan. The shot is a double commit there from the Surge. Here come the Fangs the other way. Toxic with a good flick. Shadow hits it to his own corner and gets the save. Dylan off the left wall. Toxic rips a shot. Soklobot with another save. Lots of saves here in game one for both teams. Pugcat resets to his own corner. Dylan off the right wall. Forces a shot and another save from Pugcat. Lion responding the other way. That's cleared out by Shadow. Dylan, the redirect for the game. What a save from Toxic. Shadow keeps it alive. Pugcat hits it to his right. Soklobot off the ceiling shot. Off the post. Rebound Dylan. He pops it to himself. Trying to go again. Gets it under one. Another save from Toxic. Who wants this game more? Soklobot off the backboard. Pugcat can't get the clear. Toxic booms it downfield. Off the corner. Dylan clears it out for the moment. Lion tries to get it past Soklobot. He can't. Pugcat off the corner mid. Saved by Dylan. Near own goal from Soklobot. Cleared out by Shadow. Lion pops it into the Surge zone. Soklobot off the ceiling down. Toxic tries to pass it to Lion. Cleared out by Dylan to the left side. Soklobot waits for Pugcat's touch. He doesn't get it. Saved by Lion. Rebound Shadow. That's cleared out. Dylan off the backboard mid. Cleared out for the moment. Soklobot blocked by Lion. Lion off the corner trying to pass in mid. Soklobot stays in the air. Clears it out. Soklobot tries to pass mid. That's blocked by Toxic. Straight down. We are 2 minutes, 20 seconds into this overtime in game one. So many saves from both teams in this first game. Who will get the game decider? Soklobot off the left wall. Toxic tries to keep it in. Lion with the shot. Off the backboard. Pugcat can't get the read. Lion leaves it for Toxic. Just has Shadow back. Off the backboard. Toxic takes the game for the Fangs. And they're up 1-0 in the series. Toxic just had Shadow back. And he hits it off the crossbar and in. What a way to start this series. Both teams looked real good defensively. That is a total. Let me do my math here real quick. 9 plus 7. 16 saves from both teams. What a ridiculous number that is. Okay, let me try to make this prediction. I know it's a late prediction, but just give me 1 sec, guys. We're just going to let this run down. give 10 minutes for the prediction. Prediction's up in case everyone wants to vote on who they think wins. But I mean, the Fangs just took game 1, but I see this being a very long series. Now on to game 2. How did the Surge respond? Give me 1 sec, guys. Oh, that's right. I forgot. This is alternating. I forgot. So we'll be playing on EU this game too. I gotta remake the server. Make it EU instead. But, I mean, Fangs. Very surprising start. I mean, they got 5 goals, which is probably... I don't have the stats with me, and I don't know the individual scores of each game, but that seems like a lot from that Fangs team. But now we're on EU, which Soklabot and Shadow are both EU, so that puts the advantage in favor of the Surge. So let's see if they can bounce back. We just gotta wait for him to join back. Okay, there. Now we'll see how the Surge handle the EU servers. Lion wins kickoff to the right wall. That's just going towards goal. Quick save from Shadow. Off the left corner, Toxic. Off the backboard, trying to get a double. He does! What a way to start for the Fangs! And they're up 1-0 early. Toxic pops it to himself off the backboard. Clean double in between Dylan and Shadow. What a way to start for the Fangs. 4:51 left. Ideal start for them. Pugcat wins kickoff. Lion off the right wall, trying to pass in mid to Toxic. And another goal for the Fangs. They're up 2-0 early. Another kickoff goal where Toxic just takes advantage of his placement. Gets it past Soklabot, putting it top left. Very, very surprising start here in game 2. Tie up on kickoff. Lion ties it up on the second ball. Who will get the third? It's Pugcat. Off the left wall. Shadow pops to himself. Gets a flick past one. Lion able to save for the moment. Rebound. Soklabot the shot. Saved by Pugcat. Cleared out by Toxic. Dylan pinches it off the right wall. Dylan leaves it for Pugcat off his own corner. Trying to get a pass out. Nothing there. Shadow with the catch. Cleared by Lion. Back to Pugcat to Lion. Passing it mid. Cleared by Dylan. Dylan with the demo on Pugcat. To the corner. Lion tries to pass mid. No one's back for the Surge except Dylan from out of nowhere. What a play by Dylan. Pressure's all on the Surge once again. Dylan can't get the read. Cleared by Soklabot. Lion leaves it for Toxic. Soklabot off the ceiling. Can't get another touch. Pugcat clears to the left wall. Shadow to Toxic. Off the backboard. Another chance for the Fangs. Lion off the backboard double. He does get it. It's 3-0 Fangs with 3:41 left. What a surprising showing here from the Fangs. They don't have a first round player, but they don't need one right now. Can the Surge get any life going in this game too? Dylan ties kickoff. Soklobot off the corner, trying to pass it mid. He does get a demo on Toxic, but Pugcat clears. Shadow off the backboard. Shadow tries to cross it mid. No one there. Pugcat off the right wall to Toxic. Hits it off the right wall again. He's going to try to pass it mid. Dylan gets the clear for the moment. Dylan, catch to himself, wins the 50 on Pugcat. Shadow. Pops it, saved by Pugcat. Soklobot shot, saved again. Here's Toxic the other way. Popping it past Shadow. Shadow plays it to the corner. Leaving it for Soklobot. Pugcat. Straight down off the ceiling. Shadow's able to clear. Shadow again. Leaving it for Lion. Good fake out there by Lion. Soklobot pinches it out for the moment. Shadow. Lion. Hitting it off the backboard. Trying to pass mid to Pugcat. Off the corner. Here's Toxic. The 50 on Shadow. Toxic tries to stay on. Soklobot playing it around to Dylan. Off the right wall. Good clear there from Dylan. Saved by Toxic. Shadow. Off the backboard. It's cleared out by Lion. Soklobot off the left wall. Toxic with the 50. The pass mid. Open net for Dylan. And here come the Surge. They're now down 2 with 2:21 left. Soklobot with a clean 50 on 2 of the Fangs players, and no one was back except Lion, who just couldn't get there in time. Can the Surge get some momentum here? Try to take back this game too. Tie up on kickoff. Soklobot wins the second ball. Pugcat with the catch. Shadow off the ceiling down. Lion clears it for the moment to the left wall. Toxic moves it downfield. Toxic with the demo on Soklobot. Toxic gets a 50 on Shadow. Shadow clears it out. Into the Fang zone. Lion pinched to himself. Can't get it past Soklobot. Off the corner. Open net for Soklobot. And the lead is cut to 1. Can the Fangs hold on to the lead they've built themselves? Or are they going to squander it with 2 minutes left? It's good play by Soklobot off the corner to himself. Minute 57 left. Tie on kickoff. Dylan wins the second ball. Lion loses the 50 to Shadow. That's going towards goal. Dylan off the backboard to himself. Can't get the double. Cleared out by Toxic. Off the right wall. Soklobot. It's it right to Pugcat to the corner. Soklobot. Pugcat backflips into it for the moment. Lion loses the 50 to Shadow. Pugcat tries the 50 Soklobot. Another 51 by the Surge. Keeping it in the Fang zone. Toxic doesn't have any more boost. Dylan catch to himself. Soklobot with the demo on Toxic. Dylan pops it mid right to Lion. Lion shot misses slow and right. Cleared out by Shadow. Off the right wall. Boom back in. Off the backboard. No double there from Toxic. Pugcat off the right wall. Trying to pass it mid to Lion. He can't get the read. We approach 1 minute left. The Fangs are up 1 and also up 1 in this series. Trying to force a reverse sweep situation on the Surge. Pugcat to his own corner. Shadow. It's cleared by Toxic for the moment. Soklobot can't catch it. Toxic moves it in the Surge zone. Dylan off his own backboard. Trying to win the 50 on Lion. He does. Pugcat, the only one back for the moment. Soklobot can't get the read. Pugcat is able to clear for the moment. Lion pops it straight up. Toxic and Pugcat go, but Pugcat bails. Here's Toxic with the flip reset. Gets it past. What a save by Soklobot. Remember that save if they come back here in game 2. Shadow. Toxic with the steal. Pugcat off the left wall. Soklobot with the catch. Tries to get a flick out. Not able to. He stays on. 50's Lion straight down. Shadow with the catch. 10 seconds left. Pugcat to Lion. Here's Dylan. He's got some space. Can he clutch up for the Surge? He does! With 3 seconds left. Dylan ties the game. What a clutch air dribble from Dylan. He pops it past 1 and then pops it past Toxic to tie the game. 3 seconds left and it looks like we're going to overtime. Unless some last minute theatrics happen. Shadow off kickoff. Kept up by Lion, but it drops. And once again, we're going to overtime here. Toxic wins kickoff to the corner. Shadow pops to himself. He's got some space. What can he do with it? Shadow to Dylan. Tries to pass back to Soklobot. The shot is blocked by Toxic. Off the right wall. Sokolbot hits it straight down, cleared out by Lion. Shadow off the right corner. Hits it right into Pugcat, but back to himself. Toxic clears. Sokolbot off the ceiling. Lion hits it to the right wall. Shadow can't get another touch. Cleared out by Dylan. To the Fang zone. Toxic hits it to Shadow. The pass is cleared out. Shadow leaves it for Pugcat. That's 50'd out. Sokolbot can't get it past Pugcat. Dylan pops to himself. Can he have one more miracle in him? Reset. That's blocked. Pugcat redirects it off the ceiling down. Shadow able to clear. Here's Lion. Off the backboard, straight down. Any shot for the Fangs? No. Cleared out by Shadow. He gets it past Pugcat. Toxic off his own corner. Pugcat gets it past too, but Sokolbot has some space. Lion wins the 50. Dylan, pass back to Shadow, off the right wall. Lion trying to stall time. Shadow with the 50. Here's Dylan. The shot is blocked. Sokolbot with the rebound. Flicks it past Lion to the right wall. Trying to pass in mid. Toxic's able to clear. He's going to try to take his space here. Dylan off the right wall. Lion catches it. The pass mid by Shadow. The backflip. Here's Dylan off the backboard. Tries to pinch it. Saved by Toxic. Rebound goes across the net. Shadow trying to take his space. Trying to pass mid to Dylan. Saved by Toxic again. What a defensive performance for both teams this series. Lion. Sokolbot off the left wall. Wins the 50 off the corner. Dylan can't get a follow-up. Toxic with the save. Trying to clear it out. He's got some space. He gets the flick. Good 50 from Shadow to the left wall. Lion hits it down. Sokolbot hits it right into Dylan. Toxic hits it to the left corner. Wins the 50. Pass mid for the game. Pugcat wins the game for the Fangs. And they're up 2-0 in the series. What a great 50 from Toxic. And he finds Pugcat and gets it perfectly past Dylan. And the Surge now need a reverse sweep to take this series. This is a very surprising series I'm seeing right now. It felt like a no-brainer the Surge had this. But now we go back to NA, which you'd say is advantage Fangs. Okay. Thank you, game, for not loading. It'll kick me out in a sec. But what a great performance we're seeing from this Fangs team. Two of them are temporary subs, and I don't know what Sellout's going to do with this team. Because Arox has only been able to play one game this season. NVM has looked really good. Lion has looked great this series. Toxic is still on the team. So that's something. But also Pugcat in his debut has looked real solid as well. I don't know what they're going to do. But they still have one more game to win. We just gotta wait for him to join. That is the Fangs. We're waiting on the Surge to join. This is a complete flip of how I thought the series was going to go. I thought the Surge sweep, but the Surge, they've looked okay, but I don't think they've looked great. I think the Fangs are just putting so much pressure on them. But now we will see. What do the Surge have in them? Can they try to force a reverse sweep? Or will this be another quick series in week 4? Toxic wins kickoff clean. Pugcat jumps, so does Dylan. Dylan wins it to the right wall. Sokolbot pops it up. Lion booms it to the corner. Shadow with the catch. Pinches it past one. Here's Shadow taking his space. Off the backboard mid to Sokolbot. The shot misses wide right. Pugcat off his own corner. getting demo chased by Shadow. He does get it away from him, though. Lion hits it right to Dylan. Lion takes it away. Socklebot off the ceiling down. Can't get a follow-up touch. Toxic trying to play a 50 on Shadow. He does win that one, but Socklebot keeps it in the Fang zone. Lion off the ceiling. Pass mid to Pugcat. He pops it to the other side. Socklebot off his own right wall. Shadow trying to get a catch. Good 50 there from Toxic. Toxic taking his space. Socklebot wins the 50. Pugcat to the left wall. Socklebot is up. Tries to pass in mid. Cleared out by Lion. Now here come the Fangs the other way. Lion, the shot saved by Dylan. Pugcat off the right wall. He backflips into it. Trying to take his space. Pugcat with the 50. Here's Toxic. Pass mid. That's blocked. Off the left wall. Socklebot can't get a read on it. Dylan hits it to the left corner. Socklebot with the demo on Toxic. Tries to pass it mid. Open net for Dylan. And the Surge strike first. They are up 1-0 with 3:38 left. Socklebot just causing chaos. Got a fake on Pugcat. And then Dylan just had an open net. Give me 1 sec. I got to message one of the teams from last week. Alright, we're back. 3:30 left in game 3. The Fangs are up 2, but down 1 in this game. Make that 2! Socklebot makes it 2-0. Lion hits it right into Shadow's car, and Pugcat just doesn't have the boost to get there in time. Socklebot placing it over both him and Toxic. 3:24 left. Fangs seeing some adversity here from the Surge. They gotta try to respond. Pugcat's shot is saved by Dylan. To the right wall. Dylan to Lion. Shadow pops it past Toxic. Off the ceiling, straight down. Pugcat hits it off the left wall. Trying to get a redirect. Can't get it. Lion off the backboard. Toxic with the 50. Socklebot taking his space. Tries to get a flick. Good 50 there. Pugcat. Shadow with the demo on Pugcat. Dylan popping it to Shadow. Back to Dylan. The shot saved by Pugcat. Off his own right wall. Stolen by Socklebot. Trying to pass it mid. Can't get a read. He passes to Shadow. Off the ceiling down for his Toxic. Socklebot keeps it alive. Lion. This is stolen by Shadow. Off the Fangs corner. Shadow flicks it mid to Socklebot. No follow by Pugcat. Socklebot shot misses wide left. Pugcat off the ceiling. Toxic is able to clear for the moment. Shadow off the ceiling straight down. He's trying to reset it. He can't get a touch. Socklebot booms it downfield. Is anyone back for the Fangs? It's Toxic. He makes the save. Toxic hits it right down to Shadow. Here's Pugcat with the follow-up. Dylan can't make the save. And the lead is cut to 1 with 2:01 left. Shadow with an awkward touch there. Pugcat forcing the error. Dylan just couldn't get around it in time. 2:01 left. Pugcat ties kickoff. The follow-up is won by Socklebot, resetting it to his own corner. Dylan wins the 50 straight down. Lion with the catch to his own backboard, trying to take his space. Here's Lion. Pops it past Dylan. Shadow off of the right wall. Toxic clears it out for the moment. Here's Lion. He's got some space. What can he do with it? Toxic gets a demo. It's cleared out. And here come the Surge the other way. Shadow with the shot. That's blocked by Toxic. They'll stay on. Socklebot off his own left wall. Lion hitting it off the backboard. Any double? No, it's cleared out by Dylan. And the Surge trying to respond the other way. Off the corner. Pugcat stalling some time. Shadow off the corner. Trying to pass in mid. Can't get another touch. Dylan off the backboard. Toxic's able to clear. Dylan. Pass back to Shadow. Pugcat doesn't get a clean pop. Here's Shadow's chance. And an own goal from the Fangs. And it's a 2-goal game once again. Pugcat doesn't get a clean touch. And Shadow forcing a shot, and Lion pre-jumps into the placement top right. Unfortunate for the Fangs. Minute 4 left. Tie up on kickoff. Shadow wins the second ball to the left wall. Lion with 1 minute left. Hits it right to Dylan. Pugcat off the corner. Trying to stay on it. Sokolbot hits it to the Fangs side. Trying to pass it mid. Here's Shadow with the shot. Saved by Toxic. A double commit there from the Fangs. Toxic off the ceiling down. Dylan off the backboard to Shadow. Off the post. Rebound. Sokolbot misses wide left. Dylan tries to reset for Shadow. Off his own corner. He doesn't have boost. Shadow with 30 seconds left. Leaves it for Toxic. Trying to pass it mid. Lion hits it to the other side. Dylan off the right wall. A 3 jump there. Pugcat off the ceiling down. Sokolbot keeping it alive to Dylan. Off the left wall. Sokolbot can't get a pass mid. That's blocked by Lion. 10 seconds left in game 3. And it looks like the Surge are taking this one match at a time as they're trying to find a way to reverse sweep the Fangs. And that is game. The Surge will take game 3. And we will go to game 4. Back on EU. Both teams look real good right now. Just back and forth. Now back to you. Which should be advantage Surge. They need a 5-minute break. The Surge are asking for a break, which I don't know if... Oh, they're just going to the bathroom. Okay, so one of the Surge players is going to the bathroom. So we are going to take a brief break. We will be back shortly. Okay, we are back. We are so unbelievably back. They're off their bathroom break, and now we are on to game 4. Let's see how the Surge respond here. Can they keep the momentum going, or will the Fangs take it right back? That's what I'm curious about. Dylan trying to stay on it. A pass mid. Anyone home for the Fangs? And it's an own goal. Wait, what? Toxic gets the goal, and the Fangs are up 1. Soklobot just with a clean redirect on his own net, I guess. That is a good start for the Fangs. That's exactly what you're hoping for. To take away some of that momentum they had. Fangs win kickoff. Shadow. Loses the 50 to Lion. Pugcat off the ceiling, trying to pass it mid. Cleared out by Shadow. Dylan loses the 50 to Lion off the ceiling. Tough play for Soklobot. He can't make it off the backboard. Good 50 there. Cleared out by Dylan. Lots of pressure here from the Fangs early. Trying to end this series now. Lion popping it to himself, trying to take his space. Tries to get a pinch. He can't get it. Lion tries to pass mid to Pugcat. That's cleared out for the moment. Off the corner. Pugcat pops it to himself off the ceiling. Doesn't get another touch. Chance here for the surge, but it's cleared out by Lion. Dylan to the right wall, trying to get a flick. That's blocked by Toxic. Off the corner, pass mid. Soklobot cleared out by Lion. Off the surge corner, Toxic trying to get a Doomsy. Can't get the touch. Cleared out by Shadow. And here comes Soklobot the other way. Can Lion get there in time? Off the post, it's cleared out by Toxic. Shadow. Leaves it for Lion. The good 50 there from Soklobot. Straight down. Pugcat off the ceiling. Straight down. Here's the Fangs chance. Can anyone go? Toxic pops it straight up. Dylan leaves it for Soklobot with the clear out. Lion keeping it in the surge zone. Soklobot with the catch. Getting it past one. Shadow booms it past. Here's Shadow with some space. The shot is blocked by Toxic. Toxic in an awkward situation. Lion gets back in time. Soklobot off the backboard, pass mid to Dylan. The save by Pugcat. The Fangs trying to hold on to this lead. Off the ceiling down. Dylan hits it right down to Pugcat, who clears it in the other zone. Shadow. The good pop to Soklobot, trying to take his space. Off the corners, Pugcat gets a demo. Or, sorry, Soklobot gets a demo on Toxic. Pugcat off the corner. Dylan off the ceiling, straight down. Good play here from Dylan. It's cleared out by Lion. Lion in a 1v1 with Soklobot. Good pinch out there. Pugcat off his own corner. Good 50 by Dylan. Clears it out for the moment. Shadow trying to boom it in the Fang zone. Soklobot off the corner. Can't get the double. Lion off the left wall. Gets it over Shadow. Pugcat pops it straight up. Toxic is up. He's got some space. The shot misses low left. Good save there from Soklobot. Off the left wall, trying to pass in mid. Here's Dylan's shot. Pugcat off his own post makes the save. 2 minutes left. The Surge need one, and they need to take this game to force a game 5. Lion hits it right to Soklobot. Off the right wall, Toxic has an open net. Saved by Shadow. Dylan trying to go the other way. Lion booms it down in the surge zone. Off the corner, gets a pass mid. Good clear out there from Soklobot. Toxic pops to himself. Can't get it past Shadow. Good read there. Shadow off the left wall. Try to pass mid. Good save there. It's cleared out. Dylan on his own right wall. Tries to hit off the ceiling. Cleared out by Pugcat. Off the ceiling down. Shadow trying to take his space. The pass mid to Soklobot. He does get it past. Pugcat off his own corner. Pops it past Shadow. Trying to take his space. He's got more space as well. He flicks it past too. Soklobot can't get a play. Toxic off his own right wall. It's cleared out by Dylan. Pugcat tries to clear it in. 1 minute left. Shadow hits it right to Lion on his own backboard. Dylan with the read. Toxic off his own corner. He's able to clear out for the moment. Gets a reset, gets it past one. Soklobot to the right wall. Hits it right to Dylan. The shot, sorry, by Shadow. And it's a tie game with 43 seconds left. The Surge finally break through. Soklobot with an unbelievable pass to find Shadow. And he just sneaks it past Lion. 43 seconds. Must-win situation for the Surge. The Fangs trying to end it here. Lion hits it to the corner, trying to stay on. Dylan, the pinch off his own corner. Soklobot can't get the read. Dylan going the other way, trying to flick it past. 30 seconds left. Here's Shadow's shot, and the Surge take the lead back for the first time in Game 4. Great pass from Dylan. He bumps Lion out of the play, and then Shadow sneaks it on the right side of the net. 28 seconds left. Can the Fangs tie this one back up, or is this going to be an upset in Game 4? Pugcat can't get the read. Toxic off the right wall. Can't get the sidewall read. Shadow able to clear. Pugcat pops it for Dylan. Good steal there. Toxic off his right wall. He's got 10 seconds left. Lion can't win the 50 on Sokolbot. Running out of time. Here's Shadow off the backboard. Cleared out to the corner. Sokolbot keeps it in. No time on the clock. And here's Dylan. Or sorry, Shadow, and that's nothing. The game goes to the Surge. And we could see our first reverse sweep of the season as we go to Game 5. And back to US East we go. What a comeback there from the Surge. They were looking down and out of it that game. And then they just rallied back. Now, Fangs gotta feel like their backs are against the wall. How do they respond? Just waiting on the Surge, and then we'll begin this Game 5. I like the amount of Game 5s we're beginning the season. It was not looking good at the beginning, but then Week 3 we just had a lot, and then now we're having a lot again. So I love that these teams are so even. That's great. It's good for the league. We just gotta wait on the Surge. I mean, the Surge gotta have all the momentum in their favor right now. And here we go. The Fangs were up 2-0 in this series. And it was looking like they were gonna clean sweep. But then the Surge respond and take 2 straight. And here we are. Game 5. Surge Fangs. Surge sitting at 2-1. While the Fangs haven't won a series yet. They're 1 game away from doing it, but they haven't executed the last 2 games. Can they do it now? Tie up on kickoff. Lion wins the second ball to the left wall. Dylan off the ceiling, straight down. Sokolbot's able to clear. Pugcat pops it to himself. Yes, Dylan challenging. Off the backboard, can't get a double. Toxic off the backboard, trying to pass in mid. Cleared out by Sokolbot. Lion with a clean 50 goes to the other side where Toxic waits. So does Pugcat. The pass mid to Lion. He can't get the redirect. Sokolbot off his own wall. Stolen by Pugcat. The pass mid. Awkward for Shadow. Here's Lion. Had an open net. Didn't take advantage. And so did Toxic. What chances for the Fangs, and they couldn't execute. Here's Shadow. Booms it out. Pugcat with the catch. And he own goals. What are the Fangs doing? The Surge are up 1-0. Toxic was just waiting back to make the save, and Pugcat places it in his own corner. That is so unfortunate for them. Now their back's really against the wall. They gotta fight. Lion booms it downfield, off the crossbar and in. And they'll just pretend it never happened as they tie the game right back up. Good kickoff there by Toxic, and then Lion places it off the crossbar down. 4:09 left in Game 5. You gotta think this is a must-win series for the Fangs, as they are 0-3 right now, on the brink of elimination as that shot misses wide left. Pugcat leaves it for Sokolbot off the corner, trying to pass mid, cleared out by Pugcat. Shadow off his own corner. Toxic popping it off his own corner once again. Good 50 on Dylan. Sokolbot off the right wall, trying to stay on it. Trying to get a pass mid. Pugcat can't get a clean touch. Lion leaves it for Toxic. It's cleared out. Toxic leaves it for Pugcat off his own wall. Able to clear to the corner. Pugcat gets it past Sokolbot. Shadow takes it the other way. Lion booms it in the Surge zone. Toxic leaves it for Soklobot. Toxic with the catch. Stolen by Soklobot. He's got some space to work. Off the backboard. Can't get the double. Cleared out by Lion. Shadow off the ceiling. Straight down. Dylan tries to pass it back to him. Shadow can't get another touch. Cleared out by Pugcat. Soklobot leaves it for Shadow. Off the left wall. Dylan taking his space. Gets a 50. Lion to Soklobot. Off the backboard mid. The shot is saved by Lion. Dylan pops it to himself. What can he do? Blocked by Toxic. Soklobot with the follow-up. Saved by Pugcat. Pugcat flicks it out. He's going to take his space. The shot is saved by Dylan. Toxic trying to force a shot. Soklobot gets back just in time to make the save. Pugcat waits back. Hits it to Toxic. Back to Pugcat. Soklobot hits it off the right wall. Lion hits it right to Shadow. Toxic pinches it off his own wall. Trying to stay on. Soklobot wins the 50. Pugcat pops it to himself. Popping it mid. Here's Lion off the backboard. Trying to get a double. Can't get it. Now Soklobot the other way. Pugcat cuts it off. Dylan's shot misses wide left. Cleared by Pugcat. Approaching 2 minutes left in Game 5. We are still tied. Drama starting to build in this series. Dylan tries to pinch it down. Can't get another touch. He fakes the musty. Flicks it past one. The save by Lion. Shadow hits it right to Pugcat. He backflips it out. Soklobot hits it right to Lion. Dylan, the pass mid to Soklobot. Cleared out by Toxic. Shadow tries to keep it alive. Pugcat's shot is blocked by Soklobot. Shadow off his own backboard. Hits it right to Dylan. Dylan with the catch. Toxic keeps it alive. Shadow pops it up to himself. He's got some space. Here's Pugcat with the 50 straight down. Lion wins the 50. Try to stay on. The pass mid to Toxic with an open net. And the Fangs take the lead. They are a minute 13 away from their first win of the season. What a pass from Lion. And he finds Toxic in the air. He gets it past Shadow. What do the Surge have left? Can they force an overtime? Lion off the ceiling. Pugcat can't win the read. Soklobot clears. Lion keeps it alive. Dylan popping it to himself. Gets it past 2. It's just Lion back. 1 minute left. The Surge gotta go. Lion hits it to the left wall. Trying to pass mid. Toxic with the fake. Lion. A double commit there from the Surge, but it's gonna work. Here they go the other way. Shadow with the pinch straight down. Soklobot off the crossbar and in. And they tie the game back up with 43 seconds left. What a pass from Shadow. Dylan can't get the read, but Soklobot does. Off the crossbar down. 43 seconds left. Could we see our first Game 5 overtime of the season? Or do any of these teams have something to say about it? Pugcat off his own corner. Gets it past 2. There's one back. It's just Soklobot. Pugcat can't get it. Off the backboard. 30 seconds left. Dylan lose the 50 to Toxic. That's going right to Lion. Lion gets bumped by Pugcat. Soklobot tries to stay on. Lion backflips to pop it up to Toxic. He's going to take his space off the corner. Can he get a double? No. Pugcat off the right wall. Toxic's up in the air. 10 seconds left. Good 50. Off the ceiling down. Anything there for the Fangs. It's cleared out. No time on the clock. Do we have a miracle? Here's Shadow's shot. Misses wide left. And we're going for the first time to Game 5 overtime. Who will get the clutch goal to end this series? Toxic can't get the wraparound. Shadow with the demo. Off the backboard mid. It's cleared out by Dylan. Lion off the right wall. He'll stay on. Gets it past 2. It's just Soklobot back. Good 50 to Toxic. Off the backboard. Trying to get a double. Dylan. Slow roller. Awkward play. And Pugcat wins the series for the Fangs. They get their first win of the season in a ridiculous fashion. Just miscommunication from the Surge leads to their downfall as the Fangs take the series in 5. What a way to end day 4. Wow. That is an upset and a half. What a great series. Wasn't expecting it to be honest, but it really did turn out to be. Now the Fangs jump to 1-3 and keep their playoff hopes alive in my eyes, while the Surge fall to 2-2. But now we will go to the post-game interviews, and there is only one Surge player in there to take it, so I'm just going to drag Sokolbot and see if he's willing to interview. Hey Sokolbot, how's it going?
Yo, hi. It's fine. The series was really good. Just small mistakes and we lose. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean that was a great series. Both teams looked real good. How do you feel like you as a team did together?
We did have a good chemistry, I guess. It was really good passes sometimes. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I feel like you guys did good. Well, unfortunately, you followed a 2-2, but that puts you in the middle of the pack. You guys are still fine. I'm not too worried. You guys looked real solid in that matchup. The Fangs really just brought it tonight. I was very surprised about that.
Yeah, Fangs. The really was strong, as I expected.
So week 5, you'll be taking on the Abyss, and odds are that's going to be an all-EU match. So I mean, that's kind of a good thing for you and Shadow. So how are you going to get ready for that matchup next week?
I guess I just play and win. I don't know what to say.
No, that's fine. All right. Well, any final things you want to say before I let you go?
Jeez.
All right.
Everyone.
Well, all right. I'll let you go. Thanks for doing the interview, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye.
And on to the winning team. And Toxic, once again, will be taking the interview. For the first time, the Fangs are going to have the winning interview. Hey, Toxic. How's it going?
What's up?
What a series, man. Congratulations on getting your team their first win of the season.
Thank you. I could have done it without Puttcat and Lion. They played phenomenal. Even though it was a little bit awkward with everything that was happening, it was a lot of awkwardness going on, but it was overall a great series. I told you I was going to give you a great series.
You did, for sure. The first Game 5 overtime of the season. So that was a lot of fun.
Of course.
How do you think your team played with you? How do you think that went?
Like I said, it was great. The chemistry was there. I noticed a lot of less bumping and like miscommunication between us two prior to my first game. So there was a lot of great chemistry there, and I loved playing with them.
But now here's a question you probably don't want to talk about, but we probably should.
Go ahead.
So Pugcat and Lion are temporary subs, so they will fall down to free agency, and Arox and NVM will come back. Do you think that your captain sellout should consider keeping them? It's a tough question. It's a tough question, honestly. But
it is.
What do you think?
Well, there's a lot of availability issues with the Fangs specifically. It's really up to our captain. I mean, honestly, they're great players. They're very team-based players. That's what I really like about them, and that's why our chemistry works really well. But it's really up to the captain. I really think they played well. It could be considered, and I think that they would make a great asset to the team, especially with all of the availability issues with the Fangs.
I agree with you. That's a good answer. That's a good media answer right there.
Yes, sir, of course.
But week 5, you will be taking on the Tempest, who are very much struggling right now. Like you guys were until now. You get your first win. So how are you going to get ready for that matchup?
Honestly, like I just said, pre-game interview, just play our best, bring our best, don't get too tilted, just play, have fun. That's all that matters.
All right. Well, any final things you want to say before I let you go?
I would like to say GG's to the Surge. They actually played really well. I was really like going off in my head. I was like, oh my gosh, like we're just gonna sweep them, and then they came back, and I'm like, oh wow, we actually got to put our foot down here a little bit. You know, no shade, because they're
Yeah.
all great players. I really loved and enjoyed playing with them.
Okay. Well, you cool to stick around after the stream? I need to help you because I think I'm gonna need you to upload the replays.
All right, I got you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna drag you back into your practice room. Just stay there. I'll join you.
All right, yes sir.
All right. Thank you for playing. Hope you had some fun, and we'll see you next week.
Yes sir.
And that will do it for day 4. The amount of own goals, but yeah, it was a lot. But it was still a very fun match to watch. But now we will round out week number 4, Sunday night or Sunday morning. We're gonna have our earliest matchups of the season so far. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., the Tempest will be taking on the Waves, and then immediately following that at 12 p.m. EST, the Abyss will be taking on the Reef. And then Sunday night, we will be doing our weekly power ranking stream. I do think we're going to start later than 8. I'm pretty certain we're going to start later than 8. It will be that Sunday night. I just don't know when. As we get closer, I will try to keep you posted. But it will be sometime late Sunday night. So that is going to wrap things up here day 4. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had some fun watching. And we will see you tomorrow to wrap up week 4. Have a good night.